Just a head case, just a fucking head case. Yeah. Just a head case, just a fucking head case. Just a head case, just a fucking head case. Yeah. Just a head case. Yes, was good, people. Maniacal Mac.
Elwood.
And welcome to a brand new episode of DUD or SPUD. And Elwood, on today's DUD or SPUD episode, what beautiful film are we going to go for today?
We are watching Blood Salvage.
And we watched a trailer. And based on this, you know what I mean, this trailer, this all backwards trailer, what impression did you get from this, good sir?
That's redneck horror at its best.
Yeah, it looks like, doesn't it?
Really like low budget, but with one person in it that we all know. Well, we know.
Well, a lot of people know is John Saxon.
Yep.
We saw him in the trailer. It's like, oh, why is John Saxon in this film? Not going to question it, I'm not going to ask. But it's redneck horror called Blood Salvage. It looks like an organ kind of guy, and he just takes organs from people and sells them. So it looks like a bit more to this. But from what I've seen, this has got it's quite self-aware, and apparently it's going to be quite a fun film. So fingers crossed we can add to our little run of spuds at the moment. But who knows with this episode, we'll find out. But are you ready to go for this?
I'm ready to go for it. We got the beers.
We do. And we have... I've never heard of these before. Madry Exceptional Beers. Like, I just saw it. Look at the logo. I don't know if you can see it right. Never seen these before.
Dapper guy on it.
And literally, I was like, go on then, give them a go. Seem to do the job.
Not bad.
Anyway, this is going to be Blood Salvage, and we'll be right back with you once you've seen the film. Peace. Yes. So we're back with you now, Maniacal Mac and Elwood, of course. So we just finished watching
Blood Salvage.
So as we were saying earlier, this is like a redneck kind of horror film.
Yeah, so it's as you can tell by anything redneck, especially this was 1990s, it is taking everything from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, in the beginning of the thing, do you know I noticed, quite early in the film, some of the things you're saying, it's like, this reminds me of Misery, this reminds me of Chainsaw Massacre. They were like A House of Thousand Corpses. Yeah. And all these films we mentioned came after this film. Yeah. So, although we're saying this reminded us of these films, these fucking films watched this motherfucker, didn't they? Like, there's like 5 films this happens in, didn't it? It's like House of Thousand Corpses, I'm sure this happens in, where they cars fucking, they get picked up.
Yeah.
What was the other film? It's another one I saw the other day where they pick up a female hitchhiker and it's the same shit.
I'm sure Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, it happens in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But like where they crash a car and then the person picking them up is in on it, like, you know? I can't
remember. There's so many. I'm sure Wrong Turn. Did Wrong Turn?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's got. There's like literally so many of these films. I don't know what we're expecting though.
I don't know either. This is like, so far, it's Texas Chainsaw vibes.
Well, there's like, we've had mix of Jeepers Creepers, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've named like 12 films, haven't we? That we're like, this might be this, isn't it? So starting with this film, bro, one thing I'm going to mention that I noticed, bro, John Saxon, right?
Yep.
Do you know anyone in this film? John Saxon in this film, we're like, all right, that's mad. So your budget's gone on him. He's going to be in it for a bit. How much was he in the film?
He was in it quite a lot. Well, we still yet to know who the fucking director is.
How the fuck is John Saxon in this film?
I don't know. Like is he friends with John as Clifford Evans?
Fucking hell, like, I couldn't even read Clifford Evans.
There's a director, he's got to be friends.
It's going to be a favour, innit? It's going to be like, yo, John, remember that time that I took fucking the trip to prison to say I had the acid back in the school days? Well, I know it's 20 years later, I'm making a film. You owe me a favour, get involved, mate.
Get involved, no.
He's like, I'm not going to read the script, like, I'll just say yes to it.
That's what I'm looking for now, to see who is the fucking director of this.
Is there a script? Do you reckon there's actually script by, or do you think they just skipped it? I tell you what.
While you're
keep talking, bro.
Yeah, you know, because there's another person you forgot. Because you said a big actor. He's not a big actor.
Who else?
He's a big fucking boxer. Evander Holyfield.
He fucking literally randomly turns up in the film. He's got Holyfield in the thing, and we're thinking he's got a thing around his face, so we're thinking whatever. You explain this, bro, because this scene, when you to explain it.
I don't know if you caught on. I didn't catch up. Well, I wasn't really paying attention because you were just seeing that scene. It was like almost like a throwaway scene, and so you seen him hitting the pads. You could just see and he was cutting quite a lot until I saw he was obviously blind. That was a clever thing as well. They blindfolded him.
Mate, but the thing is, right, when he's blindfolded, And he's got Holyfield.
That's the first thing I looked at. It.
Yeah.
I looked at his blindfold. I looked Holyfield, and I was like,
and you think, oh, they've got an extra to do it, but when he takes it off, it's like, oh my god, it's him. So somehow they got John Saxon in it and Vander Holyfield actually in this film. Like a quick clip of Vander Holyfield, but John Saxon, he comes in the beginning. So we had this theory where it was like, oh mate, they'll have him like, you know, quite a bit in the beginning. That's where they've blown their budget, and he won't come in, or he'll die, or one or the other. But we were taken by surprise. Spoilers alert. He kind of comes in the beginning. So as we kind of hold in a weird way, he comes back in, then he disappears and comes back in for the third time. So we were taken off guard with John, weren't we? Like, check this out.
oh, they've got him.
That's right, pass him out, bro. 3 of you on
Why
it.
is it 3 of them? And what's he doing behind?
I'm not going to quit. I don't want to know. I was going to say...
I get two, but then you got the other third one going.
My mind never split so quick then. I was like, I literally wanted to know, and within a split second, I did not want to know. That was the quickest mind change ever. What were they doing to him, bro?
I don't know.
Is that what you wish to believe?
That's what I wish to be. I don't know. I don't think John's dead.
I think he's gone, bro. I reckon.
John is gone.
John is gone.
John. If you do what, I wanted him to be like the fucking Bruce Campbell of this. I wanted him to come at the end.
Yeah.
Boomstick, change anything he could fucking find in that like, fucking shed he was in or barn he was in. Well, just like, and then start revenge.
Let's try and take it back a little bit. So the beginning of the film, bro. Can you remember? How the film opens, because I got Chainsaw Massacre vibes the second the film opened.
It opens up. It opened up with like you had the married couple driving.
Yeah.
Like we did, just married, and then you had the this.
So then he went into like a Jeepers Creepers / Christine, where they get in, and then the Mad Max, because the guy's got like on his bumpers, he's got spikes.
Yeah.
And he's like so it's like a Jeepers Creepers where he's abusing them for a bit, isn't it? Like kind of thing.
Yeah.
Explain what happens in the intro.
Well, they're driving off. They're having... I don't know where they're driving off to. Fuck knows.
They don't really explain it.
They don't explain that. They're just driving off. And then all of a sudden you get that redneck car.
Yeah.
Coming up straight behind. Hit them from behind.
Yeah.
You hit them once. I have to,
What was it? Explain that, because you're the one who put it out. So it's like a bump, and what happens after, like, there was no damage. And then what happens to the car?
Skids off, it's a tree.
What's
she awake?
Oh, right. He's got barriers on the car.
Some ram in the... Yeah, there you go.
No, this is Mad Max.
What I love is it's doing no damage.
Yeah. There's literally not even a scratch.
Yeah, not even a scratch. There you go, now we got damage.
So then what happens? So then they get fucked, don't they, right, bro? They get smashed up. Can you remember what happens following that scene?
He goes straight to the carnival.
They do go straight to the
goes straight to the carnival. He collects the car.
Yeah.
He collects the car, all that crap.
Because we called it earlier. It's like, this guy collecting the car, he's going to have something to do with it. And it's the same guy collecting...
But then another thing, why would you have like this weird pageant thing at this like carnival?
Right, let's talk about the carnival now. Yeah. Right, so it goes into the carnival. I tell you what, you brought it up, bro. Talk about the pageant thing. Talk about it, bro.
Yeah, that is something they did not like. You go from like being rammed off you go from a scene being rammed off a road. Like we know nothing. I'm a valley boy. You could call me a Welsh redneck but we know nothing about redneck shit.
Yeah.
But to go from
being rammed off a road to a fucking
carnival with a pageant.
And then can we mention the carnival? So this girl in the wheelchair, which everyone loves, isn't it? Yeah. Because they bring up the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then the redneck is literally like this in the crowd.
Yeah, like if you were the parent, you'd be like, weird.
Like, who is this fucking paedophile guy? He looks like one of them types. You know
just
what I mean?
drooling over.
And then the whole time he's looking at her, no one says nothing, and literally the whole of the film, he's like, the whole of the intro is like. He's just hasn't stopped staring.
The trick is to know what you've got and to use it the best way you know how. That way, no matter what your handicap is, you've got a chance to do something great.
Like if someone's like, for example, if I was I don't know if that's his kid.
I don't know. She looked at him a bit weird for a sec, like as if like, why you keep staring at me, old man? Kid or not, bro, even if you're happy with your kid, would you be like this the whole time?
No one be like face to face going, right? Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's a bit like, even as a father, fucking stop embarrassing dad. But then again, as we mentioned in this film, whether it's a kid or not, it could be a wife. It's the same thing, isn't it? Like, kid, wife, same thing in this film. Oh, fucking hell!
There we go.
They went there. This did come out in 1990.
Up in.
He was the same guy, pervert on his daughter as well, who was also there. So he knew the whole time. So he planned, he fucked up, he sabotaged the wheel.
Yeah, loosened a couple of...
Yeah, I mean, he loosened the wheel up and then, like...
But then, as a father, like, if you saw someone that close to your daughter, you'd be like...
Oh yeah, you'd be questioning. You'd be like,
you'd be questioning.
You knew that weird fuck who was...
ogling my fucking gone 15-year-old else.
Making them crazy faces to my daughter, yeah. So they go for this pageant thing, don't they? So it introduces, like, this lady in a wheelchair is going to be one of the main characters. Her father's John Saxon. He has a wife, and then they also have a little brother, don't they? So, can you remember then, following the pageant scene, do you remember how it all kind of kicks off? Do you remember what happens?
How the pageant scene kicks off?
Well, not the pageant. Following the pageant scene.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what they do. The pageant scene's to introduce John Saxon.
Do you mean after the pageant?
So after the pageant scene, how did they get introduced to, like, our redneck bad fuckers?
Well, the way I think they wanted
the wheel,
it to go was...
do you remember the wheel?
The wheel. So they'd have to know. It's dark as well. It's pitch black. And not only that, this fucking carnival's quite fucking popular as well. You got a fucking box fight the champion in the middle of it.
That's where Holyfield comes in. Before we go ahead, he randomly turns up because we've seen a boxing ring, haven't we?
Yes.
And I was saying to you, yo man, I'd go to this carnival, and then when it shows up a guy with, like, just, because at first he's just got his eyes covered, blindfolded. You don't see Holyfield at first, and you're like, is this like just an extra or what? And then when it goes a close up and it says Holyfield on his trousers, we're looking at him, we're like, yo, this guy is genuinely built. As soon as he takes his blindfold off,
see his face.
You called it, bro.
It's Evander Holyfield.
This looks like a wicked place, bro. There's people there's a boxing ring as well.
It's a boxing ring. You know, you've got some fairground stuff going on. You've got some backwoods rednecks that kill people there as well.
I'd love to go to this event. Let me know the next time this has happened. Fuck it. And then, like, you know, you got the Miss Redneck World. Was it? Just get Miss World, but what would that be? It wouldn't be Miss World, it'd be Miss Alabama back end.
Missing brain cells, that's what it is.
Yeah, missing brain cells.
Brain cells.
Perfect, though.
So is it? You pay money to fight probably amateur/pro, yeah. That's what I'm getting.
I had no idea. I thought they was just set.
Oh, and he's blindfolded.
Oh shit, son.
That's it. Now you check him. Check him out. Oh, hold on there, macho man.
Oh,
wait for the bell.
Cheeky bastard.
It's Holyfield.
Yeah, not holy. Well, it's
that's actually him.
It is.
That's actually a fan. So you've got.
How did they get John Saxon and Evander Holyfield in this film in the first 10 minutes of it?
Oh, I said budget gone.
Then he smacks someone out, didn't he?
Yeah, because what it is
the redneck guy, the redneck
red
challenges him. That's it.
One of the sons challenge to, like, knock him out. Goes for, like, a stomach punch. Doesn't do anything obviously because he's like Evander fucking Holyfield, and then takes the blindfold off. Knocks him out in one.
Boom.
Then after that, the redneck's father tells him to fuck off. I think means back. So it's like, what I'll give to this, the main flaw of this, the way it's structured is a bit mental. It's like, it, like, you don't know what he's going. Is he the son that's untightening the bolts of the RV? How the fuck do they know that they came in an RV? Because
that's the thing we got to mention with the RV, when they drive in as well, when they get stuck, the wheel falls off randomly.
Yeah, it comes
but
right
it
off.
doesn't show anyone, like, unloosening the nuts. No. But then as soon as the RV wheel comes up and they're fucked, like trying to tag someone down, and it happens to be the brother in the pickup truck. So he obviously knew and pre-planned it, but you never see him take off the nuts.
Never see him do it.
So it indicates while they were at the carnival, maybe he done it then.
But
they don't go into that.
They don't
so
go into
basically, he saves them, and this is where it becomes like House of a Thousand Corpses, where it's like, right, so this is one of the redneck brothers. He's gonna like basically sort your truck out, so he's got to take them back to the house, isn't it? Basically. Yeah. So do you want to explain that point, or did you remember?
I remember. Like they're driving along, and it's like, you know, it's a road. You got trees, all that, and they don't notice, like the wheel comes off the axle
and it rolls.
It rolls. They crash, and by luck, by coincidence, you know, God was shining down on them at that moment, at that time that they thought.
They do bring God up in this, so don't they?
Yep. And a pickup. Funny enough, a pickup comes right behind them. Mr. John, the man Saxon.
Our man John Saxon, like he's like, hey, buddy, and he jumps on him as he's still kind of moving. He's like, stop, like, you know. And then conveniently as planned, isn't it?
Convenient as planned. It's the father that picks him up. Take him to safety.
It is, yeah. And then that's when I was saying, like, that's where you get the House of Thousand Corpses thing, where it's like the bad guys knowing about it and pick them up, isn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then once they pick them up, what happens from there? Can you remember?
Well, then they take them back to their place to be like, oh, if we take you back to mine, we'll fix up your van, your RV, you know, standard or trope. Everything will be fine. And then obviously as soon as they get there, John goes missing, then the mother goes missing. No, it's not. It wasn't John. It was the brother.
Right, first off, it's a brother. Can you remember how he goes missing?
Yeah.
Because they're playing with fucking... what are they doing when we were...
Well, he had like a crusher thing for their cars.
And he's like really interested in this crusher thing, which obviously we were like, that's going to come into play later, which it does. Like, spoiler alert, rest in peace.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a bit, like when we become depressed. But like, yeah, so the little boy's looking at the crusher thing. He's like all cool about it. Well, you know, like that's like human jaw. Why is he not questioning the fact that that's like not an animal?
He probably doesn't think it's. He probably thinks it's off like some sort of animal. I can't imagine like.
It is a kid, like that is fair. I can't be too mad.
Yeah. What do you think so?
If we just try to justify this kid, and he literally called an alligator a dog. Fucking, you know, you're an idiot. Fuck you, you deserve to die.
Crush,
yeah, get in the crusher, kid. Hopefully in the fucking alligator's crusher, bro. That'll be a better one. He called the fucking alligator a dog. I mean... Did they at any point mention this kid was like... You know... Alright, the impression I got, he's a kid. They've not said anything different. But confusing an alligator with a dog, I would say get him seen to. That's all I can fucking say to that. Elwood's a kid, I guess. So again, introducing the characters, trying to get more into him. But it's kind of sudden, isn't it? How like they capture them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just chloroform.
Yeah.
They got chloroform and a rag, and they take all of them out.
Yeah, basically the exact same way in most of them, isn't it? So they take them all out, and then but the one daughter's left in the camper van.
Also, before that, when the mother goes out, and when she gets close, he fucks up once, but I think it was on purpose for her to try and leave out the back, and then you got old man Terry.
Right, we got to mention our favourite character of the film, Terry, is the alligator Terry. We call him Terry. The reason being because the little boy somehow gets an alligator which is clearly in view.
Sees it.
And then he goes, that's a dog.
Yeah, that's a dog.
So we're like, Terry the terrier. No, Terry the fucking alligator. So Terry, our favourite character, that's where he gets introduced. The most significant character to this film, in my opinion, isn't it? This is fucked. Like, but at the same time, it's like hilariously done. How do you fuck that up so bad? Well, the dog came back into play, I guess, didn't it? Like,
Terry the dog.
Yeah, Terry. We'll call him Terry from now on.
Terry from now on, yeah. Terry the dog alligator.
Terry the terrier.
Terry the terrier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Terry.
Hey, Terry, what's up, son?
Hey, Terry.
Yo, Terry, what's up, bro?
Terry's girl.
Mate, I'd be so happy. Why is she mad? I'd be like, yo, Terry, you giving birth.
Giving birth,
we should be going and having a celebration.
Here she is.
If she had just made friends with Terry, this would never have happened. What an idiot. Make friends with her. Why has she got a problem
I don't know. I don't know.
Running completely fine. So. Go on, Terry.
Go on, Terry. You know where she is. Get her, Terry. Yes.
Yo, Terry's... He don't fucking about.
She smelt it out.
Yo, Terry ain't fucking about. So Terry gets introduced and they all freak out about the alligator. And that's why they run inside, isn't it?
Well, that's why she runs inside.
Well, why she runs inside.
Yeah, and then she gets chloroformed again by the father of the rednecks. And then she gets taken away.
Yeah.
And then you have like this cat and mouse thing with him and the daughter.
Yeah, because she's stuck at this point in a caravan and she's kind of speaking out to him, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she's like, yo, what's going on here? Spins out, gets a shotgun, 2 at a time, takes 2 shots, bang, bang. And they run back in.
Yep.
Even though she didn't shoot him. And while she's taking like about 20 minutes to reload, they stay in the house rather than go and attack her. And then that's when it goes to darkness.
Yeah, it takes all fucking day.
Yeah. You know what? Let's see how this film goes. Yes.
Oh, now.
You don't give a
There's
fuck.
no need for violence.
What have you done to my mother?
Done to her. You heard that scream, huh? Much does you?
Wow.
Right now!
Just calm down.
I mean, the acting.
She
Fucking
told me to
hilarious.
come
I know.
outside and to, help you in the house.
Sorry, you're warning you!
She pumped that twice.
I was going to say, fucking start shooting, girl.
Idea. I'm here to help you. I want to be your friend.
She's a psychologist. Fuck me, like.
Let's be your best friend.
Put that gun down.
Is that shotgun got like loads of tape or something on it? Or no? Yeah.
So not.
She's a terrible shot, but at least she's shooting, I guess.
You want me?
And then they decide to come back out there, don't they? And how, do you remember how they capture her?
Yeah, so they used the They used the one that's less fortunate, the bigger one.
Basically, the good guy of the film who
He's
was
fucking good guy,
What?
though, is he? You can't call.
Right.
You can't call. I can't call that, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you can't call that. It doesn't matter how fucking nice you are if you're kidnapping
Right.
civilian or innocent people,
he's a bad guy of the film, but I mean,
then
it's
taking their fucking organs, kill them.
no,
Yeah,
no, he's
Yeah.
dead.
he's dead.
He was the innocent one. Bro, he was a good guy.
Well,
Bro, mate, at no point did he cause harm to
no,
anyone.
but he's fucking chopping people up.
Was he?
Yeah, he's part of the
Yeah, but bro, he was a good guy.
Yeah, good guy. You just don't leave your fucking
Bro.
liver around.
No, he's definitely a bad guy. But what I mean is, like, he's so simple in a sense. So, like, if you said to him, let's go play Power Rangers, rather than cutting you up, he would prefer to do that.
Until he has to cut you up.
You know, and then because his family are like, yo, let's do organs, they kind of manipulate him, don't they? Basically, if you said to the younger guy, we don't need to go cut out organs, let's go and play a video game.
For now.
He would choose a video game, wouldn't he?
For now.
For now.
Until he's told that, you still gotta have your
Yeah.
kidneys.
But then, yeah, basically, so what did they do when they sent him out there? Do you remember?
Yeah, he's he's a decoy. Basically a decoy.
We've got to mention, the terms you're saying decoy, because this redneck now, the main dad, I'm convinced he had a psychology degree. Because the way he approaches everything, bruh, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy is manipulative as it gets, bro. He's more manipulative than any girlfriend I've ever had, and that's saying something. This guy is another level. But so he sends off the younger son, doesn't he?
The younger son.
What happens, though?
Well, Boomstick comes out.
Let's talk about the Bruce Campbell, because we were talking about as well. We need some Bruce Campbell action. Let's talk about the broomstick action. So she shot him earlier in the day with 2 things. We realised only a 2-shotter.
2-shot, yeah.
So what happens? The same thing again. 2 shots. And while she's reloading, what happens?
The other one goes underneath.
Yes.
And starts I thought it was the fuel line. But I didn't. Because who knows where they're going with this.
They were never fully clear about that part. He's under the fucking thing. You think, well, she's not trying to get away. What is he doing? Is he trying to cut in from under? They never really explained that. But then the younger guy gets in, basically, doesn't he?
And the only thing I twigged on with that is you look, because it cuts back to the dad in it, and then you see this bubbling thing, and then
Right, that was it, because the bubbling thing, we were like, right, we gotta say, this guy here is definitely worked in MI5 at some point or something, because the guy starts bubbling water. You think, is he getting hydraulics to get stoned? That was my first thought.
Well,
no, this guy fucking calls it. He's getting these bubbles to gas her out. I'm like, how are you going to do that? And instantly they gas her out. This guy is an agent.
Oh, what?
Oh,
they're gassing her.
Are they gassing her? Is that what?
Yes.
Yeah, good call. Fucking it.
So it was either through line.
Mate, that's some detective. What did you do in your past life, bro? That was crazy.
I know, it's enough. It's enough to give me bad luck for the rest of my life.
What do you do with your job, really? You seem to like call that. That was crazy.
Well, it's either that or it's just like, why is the water bubbling in the background?
I thought because they're crazy rednecks, it was just being rednecks, like.
Yeah.
But no, you know.
It was either that or the fuel, because I was wondering what was he, like, literally tampering with.
Special Agent Elwood. Trying to cover it up, you know, you're fucking like.
I'm just on the redneck side. Have I
saying.
seen so many fucking B movies or bad films?
Well, I've never seen a B movie that was that smart. You were an agent, sir. But props where it's due, but you called it, didn't you, bro?
Yeah, it's just like, because why would you... The only reason I twigged to that is like, why would you show it in shot?
Yeah. Well, to me, being the guy that I am, my instant thought was this guy give up and he just was going to go and smoke.
Not only that, they had like not only that, they had it lit up as well. It wasn't like it was fucking just.
But that's why I thought he was just going to give up and smoke a bong and just leave it to it.
No, I was just like, they gas her out.
But you called it, so they gas her out, and then so obviously at this stage she's kidnapped now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's definitely fucking kidnapped.
So
Her parents.
So at this stage, me and you were like, so. Anyone else is alive? They shown shots where the little boy, they're taking his fluid from his spine.
Yep.
Spinal fluid, right? So the whole point of this, they take the spinal fluid from the boy, and then the girl, our main character, they're injecting her. And I called it earlier, I was like, this is like a South Park episode, they're giving her the fucking spinal fluid to make her walk, which comes into play.
Up there's the kid.
Oh shit, what's going on here? Oh, is he going to take her spine out? Wait there, who's that?
That's the kid.
It's the kid!
Yeah.
Yo, they're taking the spine of the kid out, bro!
So you got
I told you these films don't fuck about.
And of course, he's madly off his head religious.
Are they gonna go for this? Do you reckon I think they might do this, bro. Are they gonna go and fucking take the spine of a child out in a film? Let's
Spinal
find out.
fluid.
I mean, they're going this far with it. Yeah, who's going to save him at this stage?
To your path to righteousness.
So they're paralysing him with that, so he won't.
No, they're taking spinal fluid.
They're taking it out. Oh, that must be disgracefully painful. Oh, imagine how bad that would feel.
I mean, he's fucked on chloroform.
Yeah,
the fuck they, like.
But still, you're fluid, man. Oh.
It's pretty. It's pretty strange they've gone fucking up. That they've gone the religious route as well. So they're hitting on all the tropes.
It looks like, doesn't it?
Oh, are you putting the brother's spinal fluid?
Oh, what? Oh, to make it walk?
It's not going to happen though.
Are they going to go there in this film?
I don't know. He's got a syringe of.
Well, why? I think they're going to go there in this film, bro. He's going to become a medical fucking magnet, like somehow injecting spinal fluid makes you walk. Did he do that in South Park?
Probably.
I got a feeling he did that in South Park. But so they have it basically like then she wakes back up and she's all like in a bed, nice, not tied up or nothing. And then the main old guy is being nice. He's kind of like trying to father her, but at the same time wifey her.
Father and fucker is one of those.
Yeah, as you expect from a redneck.
Yeah.
But then so when she wakes back up, she's not tied up or nothing. But then because she can't walk fine. But then was like, can you think of any decent scenes prior to the point of trying to inject her and get her back in? Now, was there anything good that happened prior to that you can remember?
Well, you had to like just saying I need my wheelchair and all this and all that, but that was basically it. It was
explaining that obviously she don't. So they like injecting her with her younger brother's fluid.
Yeah, spinal fluid, I suppose soon.
So she's able to like get a bit better.
He's even moved his kid to be like, you go.
Have that. He's so soft about it.
Because he...
Don't you ever talk disrespectful to my little girl again.
Little girl.
Rub my arm.
Go downstairs and put a band-aid.
Yo, this guy's become a good guy.
I mean...
He's instantly become like...
Is he?
He's like, no,
Still
he's...
chloroformed her, put her parents
But
up
he
for
defended her.
topless.
He defended her.
Yeah, because he's obsessed with her.
Yeah. That's where you're torn about it. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he's an obsessive
You don't know if he wants to be a father or fucker, or both.
Well, it's going to be both.
Yeah.
It's going to be both, isn't it? But a lot of the film then, it's like the guy's like respecting her because the one brother comes in at one point, he even smacks him up for disrespecting her, doesn't he?
Not the brother, it's always the dad, isn't it? The dad.
Yeah, the dad smacks the
both.
younger brother for disrespecting the woman, isn't it? There was that scene. And then following that, it kind of, me and you were a bit like, what's going on here a bit? Is there a certain scene you can remember that's relevant prior to John Saxon randomly coming back in?
Oh, there he is. There's John.
Hey, you called it, bro.
Totally ain't dead yet. You did have before that, you did have when he told the other brother off for tying her up. But then it did go to then it did shoot to I'm sure it did to
do twice. So the first time they bring John Saxon in, a lot of the film, me and you were like, alright, so it's like they trying to wife up the woman and that. So loads of bullshit happens. Then me and you were like, where's John Saxon? They bring him back in on the scene. He escapes.
Yeah. So
explain that scene, how he escapes, and how that scene ends prior to him being in a boot. Explain that scene.
Well, with that scene, he basically he gets out.
Yeah.
And he was on the bed? He was.
So he's walking around. There's some dudes all in tubes. This is where they start showing. Oh, there's a lot of people. They got stuck in their van.
That they keep in.
So this is showing. Oh, there's a lot of random people here. This is why they're organ doning at a massive rate, because it's not like who they catch at a time. They got people there captured. So he's walking around. He's got out of it. He walks past a guy who's all in tubes. Whatever about that. A noise is made, and the guy over the field in the house somehow hears it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them in there. I'm gathering. It's probably just say 5, but the moaning of them is apparently.
But that particular fact that John, that he goes past a guy, and instead of him going, he goes, literally 1 to 2 plus decibels higher, no more. And then the guy in the house hears it, and then so he comes out. John Saxon escapes, and they clearly show him going like this.
Running.
There's a woods there.
Yep.
He fucks off, leaves his family. What? How do they introduce John Saxon in the next scene with nothing else clarified?
It's the next day, back in the police car.
So John Saxon's fucked off in the woods. He went like this. Fuck my family, ta-ra, right? And then the next time they introduce him, he's dribbling in the back of a fucking police vehicle, and they drag him out with a boot. This guy's great too. They're probably all in a barn, locked up, underground in a barn by the looks of it. How are you hearing them from that window? You said earlier, how are they hearing that? It's they're yards apart. Why did he just go out the door in the first place? Why is he making it harder for himself? He could have got out that door, closed it before he came back.
I don't.
Saxon, what are you doing, son? That's right, Saxon. You leave your family and run away.
Fuck them, they're gone.
Yeah, fuck it.
They're gone.
I'll start again with the new one that I meet up with. In them back-ass places, if you look anything like John Saxon, you can have a pick of the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
You can find, in these places, there'll be, population 400, and you'll have, the 4 hot chicks in the whole place.
Lighting up.
Take them away from there. We're going, we're moving. They'll say, no, well, start again. Restart your game. Restart your game file.
Not that old.
Is that a bad way of looking at relationships? It's if I fuck up with this woman, it's all good because I can restart my game save file with another one.
That was great music coming in and dun dun.
That's like me on every night out when the police come up to me and I'm covered in blood. So, why are you covered in blood? Blood? What are you talking
about? Dun dun.
What are you talking about? Yeah, literally the music plays. I don't know. Sorry, officer.
There you go, they're showing, they caught John.
But he's all look. Wow. Wait there though. They never showed him get caught.
No. Didn't have the budget.
That's a deleted scene. There was something fucked up on that scene, the way they can. Because he just bumped into someone and climbed out and went into the woods. No point did they show him get... Mate, they fucked up. Something drastic happened there.
Or the way I see it is, it's just money.
Yeah, but he
Just,
never
like,
got caught.
Have him disappearing into the night.
Well, literally, they could have had him run, and even if you had no money, in the distance, ADR, like a little bear trap, all you have to do, you don't have to have John Saxon on set. At no point in the scene did they show him getting captured.
Nope.
And this is what we were making out of a theory, where it's like, do you reckon they got him on set here and there? That's where the budget went. But no, that made no sense. The editing was fucked. It was clearly a deleted scene that they fucking took out that massively should have made sense. That was fucked up. So then they bring him back into it all dribbling. And again, he just disappears then for a bit of the film, doesn't he? What happens from that point on? Can you remember after they bring John Saxon back in, they go back to the woman... And then she starts like basically trying to seduce a younger brother in it at one point.
Well,
remember that?
To get him to come up.
Yeah. So what happens at that point when she's like, come up here, we're friends, aren't we? We're friends.
Yeah, do that.
What do they do to the younger brother?
Well, he gets knocked out by... I'm assuming she kept the iron.
Because we were calling it earlier about the thing, she's trying to smack the door down in one scene. But then, when the younger brother comes up, I was like, yo, bro, I think there's going to be a twist. This guy's going to turn. He's like, look, I don't want to do this. Let me help you. What does she do to him?
Well, smacks me in the head with a old iron.
All she had to do was go, look, we're friends. Let me loose. Let's be friends. He would have done it. He was a simpleton. But instead, she turns to violence. She's the bad guy.
Well, I can't... Well, if I was in the same situation, I would have done a lot more.
Yeah. But what I'm looking at is like, yo, if you said to that guy... Let me loose and we can go and play outside. He would have done it.
I'd still hit
the
head with the iron.
Yeah. But for this film, she turned into a bad guy briefly. In my opinion.
Yeah. See, for me, I'd be like, I rate.
Yeah.
I rate what she did.
What happens though? So she fucks him up, and then what happens from that point on? Can you remember?
Then the younger brother. Was it the younger brother? Yeah, the younger brother comes up because he's looking for the other brother.
Yeah.
Realises he's missing, realises there's some commotion in the house.
Yeah.
Goes upstairs, I think gets the father.
Yeah.
And then it was like this weird scene to where...
Explain the weird scene.
He like doesn't see that his son is unconscious on the floor. Blood is fucking everywhere. Goes over to the bed.
She plays up like she's... Keep in mind, she's like... Midway through the film, she's able to walk again, right? We haven't brought that up too much, which is a medical marvel, but this film passes over it.
So we'll pass over it.
We're going exactly. Yeah. But at this point, she pretends she's like, oh, fucked again. He comes back in. Keep in mind, the young son. So, like, say Sean's just fucking killed the guy here, right? And I'm the person passed out. He walks past the fucking body. There's a blood splatter. He ignores it, looks at a woman and goes, whatever, and walks back out. But then he hasn't now, so he's not
seen his head, has his head fucking...
Yeah, I was going to say, how has he avoided the dead body that was right on the floor in front of him? The big dead body.
He's not small, I know, like, that's pouring blood from his head. Well, there's what happens next is, like, they have, like, this thing, he tries to, like, put himself on her.
Oh, yeah, there is all that, yeah.
But then she, like, screams and all that, so he chloroforms her, puts a ring on her, picks her up, puts her into his bedroom, which is, like, a fucking... Another Texas chainsaw thing again. Is an iron door in a bedroom. Yeah. Opens that. It's like completely like fucked, dark, all this. Puts her in that and then walks off.
Yeah. And then what happens from that point on then? Like, because he does all that, but then that's like towards the end of the film though, isn't it? It kind of gets...
Well, that's when it starts to like rev up.
Yeah, because then Saxon comes back in.
Yeah.
So let's explain Saxon's third... return? Is that the best way to describe it? It's like the third time he's disappeared from the film. You're like, oh, if he disappeared from this point, it would make a difference. Oh, he's back. But for the third time. So John Saxon then, he's in a fucking barn. Nothing wrong with him except maybe, I don't know, a few injections in him. And then he's like, you know, escapes for the third fucking time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then he ends up fighting some dude. I don't even know if he killed him yet. He kind of like takes his injections out and injects it into the dude. And I was joking about what? Did he give him his AIDS or something? Is that how he died? Is this a BDSM fucking porn video we're watching now? This is like...
Oh, it's John. He's there.
He's alright again? They've not even done nothing.
Oh.
They have done something to him, bro. He's a really... How can you fuck up that bad?
He's a fucking redneck.
I know, but even as a redneck, how do you fuck up that bad?
Wow.
What you did to him? He kept me from killing you before, but I
Go on, Saxton.
Go on.
Go on, Saxton.
Go on. Yes. Bite his neck.
What is Saxton gonna do?
Bear hugging him. Cut chin him.
I guess inject your blood into him in the hopes that, like, you somehow contracted AIDS.
Not amount of time, you never know.
Wait, Mom.
So is he Robocop? He just pulls out one plug and he's gone.
I think that might be in his life support, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And that's whatever. Because the young girl smacked the younger brother out, the youngest one at this stage, where I was a bit like, oh, that was the nicest guy, get in. Also, bro, before we say all this, I got massively depressed towards about, I don't know.
But that's the last phase. That's the last part, innit?
So what I'm talking about was when she's taking them all out,
Yeah.
they take out Terry. In a Terminator Terry way. So she's like trying to escape him. And I was saying, when she's hanging it, she could have crawled across the roof, done like a million things to avoid him. Instead, she puts Terry in a crusher. She Terminator Terry'd. She Terminator Terry'd, man. And then at that point on, I was like, I hate this woman. I hope she dies. And I was all on the bad guy side. And then she starts taking them all out then, really, at that stage. Oh, she Terminated Terry! You Terminated Terry!
Wasn't expecting that.
They Terminated Terry, bro!
Fucking hell.
Whoa!
Terry's gone.
I'm not just saying this, but I feel fucking really sad. Mate, like, they Terminated Terry, bro.
Wasn't expecting that. I didn't even know that was the fucking
Nor did I, but they...
crusher.
Out of everything to do, you Terminated Terry.
Oh, there you go. He's found his backward son.
I'm so depressed, bro. John Saxon comes in as we fucking pre-called, innit? Do you want to basically explain the finale of it, bro?
Well, basically, she gets caught, doesn't she? Because she, like, wakes up. Like,
Again.
before all that, like, the madness thing, she wakes up. You realise that the mother is still in that bed with the bed that she's in.
Blood eyes.
Yeah, well, skeleton fucking eyes.
They don't mention the little son, so he's gone.
Yeah, and then so they do their, like, run around, and then what I remember is, don't they come back and you see that the son is fucking I can't remember that part. But anyway, glossing over that.
They don't, the son's gone, bro. They don't survive.
Yeah, and then she's, like, trying to do all this, running around, trying to escape, and then I thought it was, like, a weird, like, little truck thing.
Yeah.
Because the alligator's fallen her, but it's not. It's actually the crusher.
Yeah.
So she goes into this crusher. There's like a
Terminator. Imagine Terminator fucking the first one, innit, with Sarah Connor when she's got a core phone, the Terminator's after it. Exact same thing. What I'm saying about this film, it's like loads of films that they've copied from, but then weirdly, loads of films afterwards copied from this. It's fucking bizarre. But yeah, so they do that, don't they? And then what happens with the father? What happens to the main father? Before that, the one brother. What happens to the one brother first?
The one brother is dead. He has this. It cuts off to, like, you see his head in a jar.
Yeah.
But then before that as well is how she gets caught. By the father, and then they put her on their operating table.
Yes.
And then how she gets out of that is, like, for some reason, I don't know why. Fuck knows why they did it, but, like, they had, like, a candle lit. I'm going to assume in that candle, the reason that's got fluid is probably from the moonshine.
Yeah.
How it, like, lit up.
Yeah.
And then how she gets out of that is, obviously, you see that candle is in arm reach. Hey, nice.
That was hell of a fucking throw.
That's probably, yeah.
That was blind, bro. That was blindside. She couldn't even see that. You got to give her props. That was... She's done this before, man. That was too perfect.
She's a
serial killer.
Yo,
the twist will be is she's a serial killer. She played up to this just to kill him.
Yeah. She planned it all.
Yeah.
Oh no, she can't.
And no, because she knew they could cure her of her fucking cripulation. Is that a thing? I don't even know what.
That's the new backstory.
Because no one's ever been cured of it, like being crippled. What is the term? Cripulation? We'll have to make one up. Because she's been cured of a cripulation, if that's the thing. That's why she done it. She's like, oh, they can cure me and I'll fuck them up while they do it. So he's burning up then, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
And then what happens after that?
Then she gets out, and then that's one thing I can't. I don't know if they were, like, fighting with the other brother.
Well, like the one brother. How did the one brother die before the father? Because they kill off the one brother before the father.
Well, he had like a final destination moment.
Yeah,
Didn't he? He got
explain
hit.
the final destination moment.
They got like
Out of nowhere.
She got the mother
Getting chased by the car.
Yeah. So she got the mother. As they were getting chased.
Yeah.
Out of the yard. Now I remember. The other brother, the younger one.
Yeah.
Gets caught by John.
Yeah.
And then John tries to bear hug him. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Something.
But then the brother picks out like whatever thing that was like making him live, pull the life support out. Then they're in the RV.
That was when she stabs him in it.
Yeah. And what I can remember, they're in the RV. He chases in the car. You've got the car scene, and then I can't remember how it cuts.
The logs. It's like the reason you brought up Final Destination is he's behind a fucking truck with logs, and then the logs it goes into logs. Like,
but that happens so quick.
It's like out of nowhere. You're like,
yeah.
Because I literally went like this. I was watching the film. I literally went like this.
I think.
What the fuck? He's dead. It was like that, bro. It was like less than a second. It was like.
I think both of us missed.
Kind of missed the full thing, but he went into the back of logs and died. Oh, what? Yo, they actually got a stunt in there, bro.
Nice.
Are you going to stop and make sure he's dead? Stop and make sure he's dead? Stop and make sure he's dead?
I mean, he can't drive anywhere, so...
Stop.
On, alive, here we go.
Oh my god! Yo!
Demon car now.
Christine, that film with Stephen King, bro. I told you.
Full circle.
The cars... fucking, he's a well-known actor, bro. He's one of my favourites.
Oh, shit. Where did that come from?
Are they in Canada all of a sudden?
That was madness.
Are you serious? That's how you're doing it?
He had a final destination moment.
100%, bro. Yeah, the whole fucking wood, and they do it in the film, there.
Yeah. I can't remember, I think,
like 2 or 3 or some
shit.
Just
that.
And then, how did the main, the father die? How did they get to the... Let's just talk about the end, basically, now, innit, at this stage.
What happened at the end is, I don't know how it happens, but the father managed to, after being set alight, being burnt alive.
Yeah, because he gets perfectly,
Yeah, he's flambéed. He manages to get himself...
It's the father who comes out with a fucking...
That's the toxic Avenger.
Yeah, he appears in the fucking caravan.
Yeah, he tucked himself underneath the sofa, and then appears when...
She pulls the brakes.
And then he goes flying out the window. Flying out the window screen, and then they run him over.
Yeah.
It's the Toxic Avenger.
Why is the Toxic Avenger in the screen?
Hey, we go through the fucking window screen.
Who is that?
No. I don't know.
What's going on? Why is there a...
Oh, it's the fucking dad.
At what point was he in the...
I don't know how he got in there. Somehow he got flambéed from the...
At what point was he in the van
and then rolled underneath. And then someone else picks him up in a same pickup truck.
And then, basically, the younger brother you thought died earlier, the one we liked, who was like, he's a good guy, he re-picks him back up after being, run over, burnt, and he's still partially alive. He's like, I'm going to fix you up good, pa. I'm going to fix you up good. Give a sequel to it, but...
Special. He's a special one.
So that's the whole film, isn't it?
That is what I can remember of, yes.
Anything that we might have missed, as you know, in the edit, I'll always put on the end.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm going to say is so much love, Elliot, to Elwood, man. The amount of, every little thing in the moment he was picking up, bro. He's helped me out massive on it.
Oh, sorry, man.
Much love, bro, to that. But so let's just get to it, because we've explained everything. 1990 film, purposely made as a B-movie.
Yeah.
Purposely made as, a kind of comedy, horror. It's not taking itself serious. All that aside, would you say this deserves the dreaded SPUD or the splendor SPUD, or the dreaded DUD or the splendor SPUD? What would you say, sir?
I mean, you had the main guy John. And not only that, the acting was all right. It's like the daughter, was a bit shit. The mother was a bit shit. You can forgive that, but the bad guys overall, everything. And I think this is a first. Because how many duds have you had?
Oh, fucking, most of them be duds.
Most of them duds. I think it's the first time where, for me, it's a SPUD.
Yeah, well...
It's a SPUD. I can't find... It's
the way I'd say this, when you watch this film, were you entertained?
Yes.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Did you come out with this film thinking I was happy to watch this film?
Yeah.
There we go. Your spud is justified.
It's
Fully accurate in that. I've got nothing more to say. I'm not going to add nothing except blatant spud.
Yeah.
Like, redneck fucking organ donor killers. Already I'm on board. The fact you actually done a good job of it, I love you. And we talked about it's about the director earlier. I'll find the edit and put it down there.
Yeah.
But you're great, and I'm going to look up at your films for future use, because Blood Salvage to me is 100% a spud, without shadow of a doubt. So I'm really happy we watched this. Anything else you can mention, you can think that we did in the film?
I think we've hit it all.
Otherwise, it'll all be on after this.
Yeah.
In that case, Blood Salvage gets a spud.
Gets a spud. Finally.
100% spud.
Finally got a spud.
Well, this one 100% gets a spud.
Yeah.
So I've been Maniacal Mac.
I've been Elwood.
And this has been Dud Spud, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you again.
Peace. He looks a bit too interested though, doesn't he? And not at the piano.
No one's questioning it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not. They're fucking loving that, aren't they? If they reacted to that, imagine them seeing that band Core 3 in concert, they would fucking go manic, wouldn't they?
I gotta be honest, Core 3, pretty good.
Yeah. She did well, no respect, but put Core 3 on, bro, they'll smash the show. They'll smash the show.
Hey, everybody was staring at you.
Wow.
Not like this, man.
Oh. That's what you want to hear from him. Well,
Yeah.
everyone was staring at you, slut.
Yeah, nice one, man. Thank you. You think a lot of
Yeah. Force me in these pageants.
Innit, like,
Texas or whatever, deep rural
literally.
Texas.
Thanks for exploiting me, man.
Yeah,
Doing nothing
yes.
about it. Big fucking great, like.
Isn't the wheelchair enough?
Yeah. Really, mate?
That's a good
One
time,
thing,
man.
I was going to say, one thing I give the rednecks, but if they offered me some moonshine, I would never say no
Not
to
about
that.
a gallon.
That is fucking authentic as it gets, bro. You know, admittedly, they might be trying to make you pass out to do a Red Dead Redemption 2 on you. Yeah, you tried, you struggled, ball up ahead, fun, you know. Worry about that later, innit?
Yeah.
Revenge, innit? Gives you a little side mission, revenge, innit? Maybe you got to go to the clinic and whatever after, but yeah, deal with that when it happens, innit? Fuck it.
Pull out your kid from being put in the crusher.
Do you have to?
But
Is that an optional mission by any chance?
it's a side quest, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm too busy, like, trying to pull these women. That's my side quest. The little boy can go in the crusher, fuck it, like. I can restart that mission again with them, technically. Might take a few years to get back at this stage, but, you know what I mean?
That's another thing, like, I've never got with horror films, right? You're a bit scared.
Yeah.
This place you're in is a bit fucked up. You've just sneaked you in. Hello?
Yeah, it's like,
Hello?
murderer, you may as well go, murderer, I'm here, kill me. He's being open and honest about it, I guess, at least.
He really loves children.
Not that I justify his actions, but at least he's being open and honest about it. I can give him that, I guess. Trying to find the positives in people and all that shit.
Yeah, you can't always judge a redneck by its attitude and
fucking
actions
shotgun. And rifle.
and his probably backwards
Black
children.
teeth and what.
Yeah, they got moonshine.
But they have got moonshine.
Moonshine.
So they're forgiven, I guess.
Question is it a daughter has died? Or
His wife.
yeah,
I reckon it's going to be both, and he wants a wife and daughter at the same time.
well,
You know, that's what I think. it's gonna
redneck
be.
party.
Yeah. She's the butter and he wants her inbred, innit?
I'll throw in a heart for 40.
Throwing a heart for 40, that's cheap.
That's super cheap.
Money back guarantee.
Money back guarantee. It's the heart's in front of your face, mate. It's not like he's going to replace a heart with a fucking synthetic one, is it? What do you mean money back guarantee? It's right in front of your face. You can see it.
I mean, when it's in the body already. And then he'd be like, drop the pants, and he'd be like,
Right. You're like the 30th woman I tried to do this to, and you're the first one to be okay about it. Wouldn't it be red flags about that?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Last time I went on a date with a woman.
Last time I used Tinder.
Cut. I mean, last time I went on an exquisite date with a beautiful young woman, and she told me that I was the 30th person to put her in the basement. Oh fuck again! Cut. So, the last time I went on a massive exquisite date with a woman who's beautiful, there was no basement, there was nothing dodgy involved, I swear. What's the second again? Oh shit! What? He's a beast.
Machine.
He is a beast.
It's John. He tells me, like I love with old VHSs, anything in the dark.
You can't see what the fuck
Can't
is
see
going
a
on.
fucking thing.
Not a single thing, bro.
All I can see is a reflection from whatever he had in his head in a blue t-shirt.
It could be anyone
That's his
for
head.
that
That's
could
his
be
head
anyone
reflected.
for all I know.
I know.
What the fuck's going on here?
But I'd probably catch one of those nasty diseases you got from one of your big city faggot boyfriends.
Well,
This was made in the 90s, to be fair. Yeah, you heard us before, and he's like, mate, I'm not going to give you what you expect. I'm not going to give you fuckers. I've seen your DUD or SPUD episodes, bro. Nah, we ain't having none of that in this episode. Fair play to her, though, bro. Considering she hasn't walked for years, she's doing a good job. To my knowledge, it doesn't take like months and months and months of rehab to get over
yeah,
it.
they should do, but she seems like...
Oh, well, injecting fucking child's spinal fluid into you?
Seems to work.
This is like that adrenochrome shit, isn't it? What was that thing you're on about where like you have young blood and young person sings and it'll instantly rejuvenate you and bullshit?
Apparently the Queen House.
Well, I was going to say, have you noticed how she looks a lot younger these days?
Yeah.
No conspiracy, but have a look at some pictures, buddy. There's something going on
How
there.
old is she?
I about 409,
409,
something like
yeah.
that, and she's still living. I don't fucking know. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know.
Like a film like this, I would have thought like that's where they would
It's
go.
our redneck theory.
It is our
Yeah.
redneck theory, innit? Oh, it's you!
Wheels off.
It's you, bro.
Yep.
It's you. On your way here, mate. You were supposed to be in here 2
Yep.
hours ago, and this is pretty much what happened to you earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to have a tyre change.
And this man's still committed to it, so respect.
Gotta get a dead or sputtered.
Maniacal Mac.